Hi everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today we'll be doing another Zoom competition with speedpuzzling.com. This will be my second competition doing their 1,000 piece challenge. So my last 1,000 piece was the 1960s Mickey Moment puzzle, and I did that in 2 hours and 32 seconds. So almost under 2 hours. So I'm hoping this puzzle will be under 2 hours. That is the goal today. It is a 1,000 piece, so the general goal is under 3 hours, but today's goal is going to be under 2. And today's puzzle is Rainy Day. This is by the brand Remarks. It is a 1,000 piece, and it's also a mosaic. So this is actually a good puzzle for me at the moment because I actually plan on my next video to do another mosaic puzzle for 500 pieces in practice for the speedrun mosaic puzzle that we have for the USA JPA Speed Puzzle Run contest. And I'll get into more detail with that in that video. So I think this one can get under 2 hours. Let's smash it. 1 hour 43:24. That is an amazing time. I am so happy with that result. That is now my official fastest time for a 1,000 piece puzzle. I beat the 2 hour mark. I actually beat the hour 45 mark, which would probably be my next goal. So this puzzle was Rainy Day by Remarks. I actually had a lot of fun with it because it was kind of just different sections you could put together rather quickly. Looking back on my time and my process, I was kind of happy that I was a bit more organized at the beginning, a bit more methodical with my placement of pieces, but I was still kind of slow on the sorting, still kind of slow on the flipping, and I think that cost me about 20 or so minutes where I could have probably done a little bit better job getting that squared away at the beginning of the puzzle. I think once I got it sorted and started putting pieces together, I maybe actually did the puzzle faster than in the amount of time that I did sorting. So that definitely tells me I need to work on the sorting aspect of the puzzle. And especially a 1,000 piece, you kind of have to sort. You can't really just skip sorting like you could on a 500 piece. But I do think ultimately this puzzle was a lot of fun to do. It went together rather easily, and I'm so happy with the time I got. As of the preliminary standings, I'm about 17th place out of about 60 solo contestants for this puzzle. I do think a lot of the top competitors do the solo attempt at 1,000 pieces because you get a little more points and you just have a better shot at maybe trying to keep your speed consistent for a longer period of time. One other good thing that happened was I actually did win a little prize for doing the Zoom competition live with them. They do a little Kahoot, which is kind of a slideshow, and it's a questionnaire. So if you answer it correct and the fastest, you get a little prize. Not quite the top 10, but I'm so happy with that time that I'm okay with that. I'm getting better. That's the progress. That's the goal. That's just where we are at the moment. And there are just some people who are really fast, and I just got to catch up with them. But ultimately, I think we definitely smashed it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.